So Promised Neverland 151. This title is chaptered. This title is chaptered. This chapter is titled "A Chance of Victory." So what happens here? These niggas try to run the fade with the queen,
Yep.
and I am starting to get more and more disappointed with my guy Norman.
You're disappointed?
Yeah,
Why?
because why I say I'm disappointed is because when we entered this arc, right? When he walked up on Gillian and was like, "Look, this is my plan." Who we found out wasn't even Gillian, because I definitely thought Big Dude was. That wasn't Gillian. I don't know where he was in that scene, but that wasn't him. But anyways, another point. When he walked up on Gillian, he goes, "Look, dude, let's make this alliance. You guys take out the queen. Fine." When he leaves, he goes, "Don't worry, I just finessed them niggas. None of my niggas are gonna die. I already have planned this out. I'm ready. Like we're gonna we'll win this like for sure." And then as we read this chapter, we go through a bunch of like unknown risks that Norman was taking. Like he was not that sure about a lot of this shit. Like this whole exhaustion thing, they were just betting on. And then they had this poison thing at the end that was also just a bet. Like they were just
Yep.
saying, "Oh, we can't give her a second to rest. If she rests, like it's a wrap." But what unless I like the translation was off or I don't remember this correctly, Norman was not willing to risk a single life of his. Like he was like, none of my guys are gonna die. So I'm assuming like this plan was just going to be executed super smoothly, where it seems like it's the opposite, and I felt like a nigga might die. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit disappointed because I felt like the Stratty Norman that I remember from pre-time skip, and I'm assuming his strat should have gotten better because he was basically like in a facility where he was hyped up to be, I don't know, the best nigga out there. He's pretty disappointed in terms of strats. Like Emma's about to outstrat him with love and happiness. That's pretty shitty. Like,
I thought in the beginning, when they all first got there, they were all talking as if they were all planning to die.
yes, that is also, I think, the truth is that whatever the steroids they've been put on is going to kill him. So this is like their end all be all, which was the first stage of my disappointment in Norman because I feel like this whole thing is just, oh, we're just gonna do this to do this, but not actually um in the same vein as like Ray or Emma's sides where they like, oh, I think this is actually right. We need to do this for these reasons. Like Norman didn't actually see what life is gonna be like after this because he knew he was gonna die.
Hmm.
So he just said, I'm just going to create this anarchy and die afterwards. Like, it's just a revenge plot, which is pretty disappointing for someone so smart, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, it would you would I wouldn't think it was a revenge thing. I would think that he was sacrificing a few people for the bettering of everybody else who's still back at their base, so that they can continue to live and thrive on the planet.
I feel you,
And
but then at the
rebuild
same
the
time,
human
I go
population.
like, um, if they destabilize this government, does it really solve the problem? Because his plan right now, we don't have anything past the fact of like we just gonna take out the queen and have the demons destroy themselves. But as we're actually in the plan, nothing about what's going on. Maybe this poison is traveling to the whole demon world. Maybe that's what the thing is. But this poison is only really destroying the niggas in the royal capital. Like there's demons everywhere. You know what I mean? There's still probably niggas running these plantations. Like how is everyone really gonna be free after beating the demon queen? Especially if the plan was that these niggas are all gonna die after this.
Well, I mean, like the virus, well, like the poison's supposed to like degenerate the demons literally to like a cellular form, but
Yeah,
like literally like cells, like amoebas, right? So in a way, it still kills off all the demons.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, is this poison like maybe I misread or I didn't catch that part? Is this poison just released within the capital or everywhere? That's my question.
Well, I think it's being released right now just so they can murk off like anyone who can really stop them from killing the rest of the demons, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can think about it as like a multi-step plan for killing all the demons, and this is the crucial first step. Getting rid of the
But they
royalty.
gonna die after this. So what is he gonna do? Just like, did they've already set it up in other key areas so that they can ensure after they die, all these demons will be dead? Yes, all the demons are gonna die, but at the end of the day, the Rary clan is still alive. And also, all of these humans are like under 12. Like, people don't live past that. So all the smart humans that aren't the Rary clan are under 12. And then there's the Rary clan, which now that they like have all the demons eradicated, what's their next move? Like, is this really freeing the world? I just feel like this plan wasn't as thought out as we were led to believe by Norman in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, was his plan literally? That's why I say it's still a revenge plan. Because at the end of the day, he's just like, well, I just want all the demons dead. Okay, so you accomplished that. Are people free now? It seems like no. As I think about the world, I don't see how they would be.
Hmm. No, that's a good question. I mean, if anything else, we technically don't know yet. But no, I definitely feel your sentiment with it. I mean, there's just a decent amount of big questions that just aren't answered yet. And plus, I also do feel like he pretty much said no one's allowed to die, and then like the queen just said "merc merc."
Yep.
So like,
I'm like,
so
did y'all prepare better for this queen fight? Like, we had a better fight against Lewis, and they had no prep time.
True.
Like,
yeah.
y'all had real prep time. Like, y'all should know. Maybe y'all didn't get that much information, but I would think y'all would be able to figure out something to know how top tier this lady was. I'm just so shocked by how little Gillian and Norman knew about this queen.
Hmm.
I guess maybe she never had to pull out the stops, but I'm just like, damn, y'all niggas really didn't know this girl was that strong? She's the highest quality meat out there. Y'all know how demons are come out. Like, y'all really surprised?
Hmm. That's true. And plus, based on how they ended the chapter, there's a good chance that the queen is not even dead yet. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't think she's dead at the end. Let's be real. I think somebody basically placed up Zazie, in all honesty.
yeah.
She probably
Yeah.
gonna eat a body. She probably gonna eat a demon and power up again. She eat Elvic. Who knows?
And
No,
no,
she gonna
it'd be
eat
hard,
old girl.
disappointing that like the queen still survives through all this, and in the end, you need like Emma to talk to the queen to actually
So
negotiate
goofy.
it out.
I feel
I ain't gonna lie, I'd
so.
be pissed. Like, I'd be pretty pissed about that one.
Yeah. Cause like for me, I'm coming from like I remember reading a while ago that like somebody's theory on this, which was like um Ray, Emma, and Norman all represent the different like levels of good. Um like Norman is the like chaotic good or greater good type of person where like he's willing to do what needs to be done to get to the good part. And then no, Ray is more like pragmatic and like down the middle where he's like, all right, like I'll think these things out, but like I'm not really on either or side. And then Emma is just like, no, I'm only gonna be able to achieve good by doing good. So like she's never gonna do anything evil to be good. So I just felt like if that was like really the intention of the author, it's kind of unfair to not let that each one of those visions be able to fully um mature by like killing off by like adding these stupid plot devices to Norman's story that basically makes his plan seem more generated by story than by like actual thought. Where before he was like arguing Emma and Norman's points about how to go about the demon, and I was agreeing with those points or seeing his side, and now like seeing the plan, I go like it sounded like you was just saying shit, bro. Like you wasn't even really thought about this shit. Where Emma, I guess, at least try to find a middle ground, and Ray, I mean, he was just listening basically because that nigga still hasn't really suggested a plan to fix shit. But I'm just very disappointed in like them making Norman seem like the villain and then not giving him enough weight to be to like have a fair shot. I felt like Norman was supposed to be Thanos, but like he don't got any stones and he doesn't have the hands. Like that's what it started being. At first, it looked like he had all the stones and the hands. Then it's like, no, actually, he don't got the stones because he about to die, and oh, he don't got the hands because his strats are trash.
Mm.
This is Norman, y'all. This is the guy who got them out the plantation. Like we should be real, like shocked at how trash this thing is going. This battle.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, unless they introduce some OP-ish that Norman for some reason kept hidden from low key. That actually I can see that. Like Norman was low key hiding some real ish from them too. Like from his own people. And just said, you know what, I'm gonna have to murk this queen by doing X, Y, or Z. But if I tell X, Y, or Z to my people, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So he might pull out one of those. I don't know what it'd be,
Yeah,
but
they
if he
were
pulls
definitely
out
trying to
one,
make it seem like the poison was the trump card, which I could agree with. I could also see that too, where maybe there's another trump card behind that, because like that's how the stretch battles usually go. It's like, oh, you think you had a one up? No, I had a one up. Like these typical JoJo's battle. Like, all
right?
right, no, I had a one up for that one up, and so on and so forth. So I could see another strat popping up, but so far these first three like one up strats, it seems like the queen has been able to like outstrat all of them without even. She hasn't thought about anything. She just brute forced all
Yeah,
of their strats right now.
yeah, you're right. I am. Oh fuck. Yeah, they right now they're leaving open avenues for this to take a very bad turn into like old regular non-strat Promised Neverland, and I'm not liking
Yep.
Yep.
it. Man. Big ups to the queen though. I mean, if anybody who's been real, it's been the queen, right? Like
I
she's
mean,
showing
yeah,
out.
100%.
She got hand. She got
When
hands with
she
no
swolled up on
fingernails.
them niggas, I got scared. I was like, what the fuck?
She's like, don't let this form confuse you. Like, I'm swole
Right.
as fuck. Oh god, damn. That's
Yeah, she just putting
I
in work
feel
with
like
just them nails. Like, I'm hoping it's gonna be. It sucks because like for Promised Neverland, we're not here for the action. So like even though like what she's doing is raw, like even in the anime, it's still just like some long fingernails and some strength. You feel me? So it's like with the strats being kind of like meh right now, and it trying to rely on the action, it's still not good enough. Like y'all action scenes aren't what y'all known for, and y'all ain't really that great at them either. So I'm just in a very mad place right now. But I will give out an MVP to the queen though. She put in that work like from day one. She wasn't phased. She wasn't folding. She wasn't scared. So
true.
that's a wrap. Like she put in that work.
It's true. She stayed true. She stayed true to who she was, like from the jump, like period.
I mean, let's
Right.
be real though. If you were the All Might of your world, you wouldn't be worried about shit either.
True. I mean, pretty much, right?
I guess so.
But like
Also,
no
the
one.
Ratry clan still hasn't made an appearance either. Like I feel like they got to know what's going on here. You think that they're staying low because their
They want
interest
them to
is
be killed.
actually to get the demons dead?
They want the demons to be killed, probably. Even
Mm.
though, according to the promise, aren't they supposed to protect? Well, no, they're just supposed to make sure that nobody's breaking, getting to the other side, right?
So that means
Right.
they got to be trying to fuck up Emma and them right now.
Well, no. So basically, if all of the demons were killed, they're still doing their job. They're still making sure nobody's crossing, right?
No, but
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Emma's promise is to allow motherfuckers to cross. So that
Right,
is against that is like breaking his shit. So
right.
I'm curious to know if like he's aware of that or not, because then I would think that if somehow he became aware of that, like before Emma and them even get there, they're probably gonna have a run in with the Ratry clan, or after this thing unfolds, like the Ratry clan is the next obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
because I would think that my assumption is maybe the Demon King. I'll say theory more than assumption. My theory is that maybe the Demon King would inform him that, hey, bro, someone about to break that promise, which means like some shit's about to happen. Or maybe he won't because he's a dick. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the demon god is going to tell him anything. He's just
I don't
watching
think
it
so
unfold
either,
and
to be
enjoying
honest.
it.
Yeah. It's so weird though because you would think that like I guess the portals to cross are probably somewhere in the world, and maybe they just guard those heavily. But at the same time, you go like at some point somebody will make a promise, maybe. Like I would just think as they're getting closer to doing the stuff needed to make a promise, Rary would have things in place to also be aware that that's happening. You know what I mean? Because he needs some. That's important to whatever the promise.
Mm.
So and he knows how to get that shit done. So I would think somebody other than just like Emma and the kids is paying attention to people who are like doing the steps needed to make a promise. Like
Yeah.
somebody watching the seven walls, somebody doing something. But I just feel like somebody's got to be aware outside of like the main cats about what's happened.
Mm.
It seems odd that no one would. I guess I don't know why, but I just feel like from the story part of it, I think there's going to be another obstacle past the Demon Queen, past this. So
Well, I'm
someone
thinking
has to
that
know.
maybe as the generations have gone on, people have gotten a bit more lax.
Mm,
They're not as thorough as the first guy because he was the one who actually made the promise. And when you're
true.
just passing something
That's
down
valid
to
point.
generations, that's all just legends and myths.
But
So,
I mean, like Sunju and Musico were aware of it, so I'm assuming upper echelon niggas or important niggas should know that this is more than a myth. Like I'm sure the Demon Queen
Yeah.
knows, like
Yeah.
the seven walls
no,
exist. She just like I'm never going down there to do that shit.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Especially if we think that the guy who was there for the original promise is the horn buddy right now with the queen. So it's like there's no way the queen wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
no, I'm not talking about the demons. I'm just talking about the human side of it all. We
Oh.
were talking about
Uh,
how they should be all on top of everything.
I would just
Well,
say I think it'd be goofy if Ryrie didn't do that, and then like if he didn't ensure that his future generations or his clan wasn't aware of this like promising. I think that would be pretty goofy of them. Also because they have influence in this world. So I'm assuming like maybe they're not like buddy buddy with the queen, but I'm assuming the head of the Ryrie clan has some relationship with the queen because they like seem to also have some hand in the manufacturing process or whatever when it comes to like these kids.
hmm
But I don't know. We'll see. I just think at this point I'm disappointed with Norman. I feel like the Demon Queen is probably gonna finesse her way out of this, which is gonna make me pretty disappointed. And yeah, I'm interested to see what's next at this point because Norman, I've lost hope
he's not the same kid that he used to be.
at all.
He
Not
lost
even
it.
close.
It's like we're watching a basketball legend and we're
Yeah.
like seeing him after he's retired and he's
Right.
like, missing shots, can't run fast anymore. We're like,
I'm
damn, man, what
so
happened to you? Used to be a
like
man.
bro used to be so great. Like it's like Norman's out of his prime or something, and you would just. But it was like he went to a camp to be smarter. You feel me? Like his strat should have been like pristine, and he couldn't even like figure out that a chick with some dogs with her wanted to kill him. You feel me? Like
Yep.
he slept on a demon so hard he didn't think Sungju could run the ones with all his squad, like all his
yeah.
niggas.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm just like, how do
This
these
is the
plans
same
fail
man.
this
This is
bad?
the same man who tricked Ray into confessing that he was working for mom.
Yeah. Like these niggas was figuring out shit that was like in thin air. How do you figure that out? That's like a thin air thing you pull down. Escaping the plantation. Something like all of these things were just like thin air plots that little kids with zero resources was. This man has unlimited resources at this point. Well, not unlimited, but a very high amount of resources to get shit done. Influence, access to demons. Like he probably can like get some spies out there. Like this nigga really has the ability to craft master strats, and he has failed in the past three.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
Aisha strat, the trying to get Musica strat, straight up failed. Unless it played into his plan that he know them niggas was gonna fail, and then they was just gonna show up there anyways, like he wanted. But so far, until I see otherwise, this plan looking goofy, man. I hope Norman proves me wrong. I hope at the end of this, I just go, wow, I apologize, Norman, but I don't feel like it.
And
Like, here's the thing that I'm wondering:
Mm.
what would have been his backup plan if the poison didn't work?
Exactly. It was
yeah,
like, this may or may not work. I'm like, y'all banking on this? And at the same time, you knew like Gillian wouldn't have made it past?
Yep.
Is that the case? Is that the like what happened? Or did he go like, oh, I think Gillian will probably beat them or like really kill the queen, and then I'm just gonna roll this poison out? I just like
hmm.
I need to see his face. Because right now what we've been seeing is just like flashbacks of what he told them before the shit kicked off. I need to see his active, the plan is being executed face. Like that will let me know if this is all going according to plan or if this is like a shock.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. No, that's fair. God damn. I don't know, man. Like right now, I still think that we should give Norman the benefit of the doubt. Because it's like right now this is still surface, and like you said, we haven't seen his face. So in a way, this could still be according to plan. In a way. So I don't know. Like right now, it's like I can see it. I can see like the route where like this can start going downhill, but there's still hope, should I say? And like the next chapter is gonna be like that lean, like because like right now it's pretty much on the fence, and it's like oh it was doing so good, you were chilling on the good side, and then you got on the fence, so now it's like what's about to happen. So I don't know. Who knows? All I know is that as long as Emma doesn't end up talking to the queen for an F and peace treaty, then I'll be happy. But I'm telling you, like right now, I see that possibly happening, and I'm not liking it. I'm really not liking it. So right now, my fingers are just crossed right now. So I don't know.
All right, y'all got anything else or y'all ready to rate it?
No, I'm
Let's
good.
rate it.
All right. I gotta give this the chapter itself, minus my feelings about Norman. I'll give it a solid, decent plus, man. Like the queen ain't nobody to fuck with. That's what I got from this chapter. Like, stop playing with the queen. Why do people keep trying her? So I like that part of it, but that's about it. I can't give it higher than that because, like I said, the point of Promised Neverland for me is not the action; it's the strats. Still wasn't a whole lot of strats, but the action there was okay. So I get a decent plus.
I'm gonna give it a decent. I'm giving it good points because Zazie surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think that he would be able to move so well that he could kind of keep up with her. But I'm still gonna, every chapter, I gotta say, I'm disappointed. I want to see some strats from the queen. She's supposed to be the smartest creature. Show me some kind of strats, man. Pull something out the pocket. Have some snipers come out of nowhere and shoot somebody or something. No, all she's doing is just being able to kick ass. That's all. It seems like that's the only thing that makes her capable of being a queen. Being able to kick anybody's ass.
You might be able to give her like literally 1 point of strats by actually ignoring Zazie and going after Barbara, though, if you think about it that way.
I think she was simply just trying to take somebody, whoever was the weakest one, out so she could eat them and quickly revive. So I'm not even going to assume that she was strategizing on shit. You trying to give her anything you can. But I know what one thing you can't give her: a fucking manicure, because she ain't got no damn fingernails anymore. So
Damn. Wow. That's the most randomest petty comment.
True.
You went out of your way to
That
be
is
petty.
hella petty. She ain't got no fingernails. That's petty as
Damn.
fuck. Leave that lady alone. She could definitely regrow the fingernails. She's a queen.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I also find it funny that that's her big power up. Like, is that really what we do as humans? Like, if we were to get to the pinnacle of humanity, we'd be able to just grow our nails instantaneously. That's our magic ability. Like, I feel like we would definitely have some cooler shit than that.
You right.
I
But
mean,
then
you could
again,
like cut up fruit. I mean, you could cook. I mean, you don't need knives no more, huh?
That's all we would. That was our pinnacle. So we was just on this planet just to be able to outdo a tool that we made anyways. Like,
Oh fuck. All right, let me think about this real quick. Fuck. I think I'll give this one. I'll probably give this a G. I'll probably give it a decent minus. The action from the Queen was good, but they opened up an avenue to so many negative branches that I just can't ignore it. So I'm not I don't know. Like I'm too like when I open up the next chapter, my feelings and like thoughts are gonna be like, oh my god, is this gonna be it? Is this where I lose my drive for Promised Neverland? Like, oh my god. And I just don't like don't like this nervousness, man. They're making me anxious. I don't like it. But again, Queen doing work. Oh, yo, MGG, you weren't here, but I literally like they put so much respect on Queen these last couple of chapters that I actually gave more respect to Queen from One Piece because of it. Just for sharing the name. Just for sharing the name. I was like, you know what?
oh wow.
Queen ain't looking too bad from One Piece now, too. I mean, fuck. And you got to be called Queen for a reason. So I was like, you know what? He might be pulling out something in the pocket in the next few chapters. You never know. Don't sleep on Queen. But anyways, but yeah, I'll give it a decent minus.
I'm still asleep.
All
All right.